We've come here today to build a shed. We've got our 6x4 shed kit here, all the pieces here. But before we actually build the shed, we need to have a base, a nice solid base for it to go on. So I've got David here, who's started to dig out. What he's done here, what we did, was marked out the area with string lines. You could actually do the base out of any sort of flags, but we had some old flags here that we're going to be using that from a previous job. So what we worked out is we needed 4 flags that way and 3 that way to give the base. That gives us a little bit of an overhang. So let's have a look at some of the equipment and tools we need to do this job. We've got a big 90-degree builder's square, we've got builder's string, we've got some of these stakes here to tie the string around. We're going to need quite a bit of this aggregate. This is 10mm to dust. Fantastic stuff, because we're going to compact that down to give us something to work on. Fork, shovel, spade, spirit level, rake, lump hammer. And don't forget, we've got some gloves and I've also got a tape measure. So what David's doing now, he's gone around the edge and he's going to start to get the turf up. We're going to have to go down to a depth of 100mm. So that's 30mm for the slab. We've got a 20mm for a dry mix of sand and cement, which is what we're going to be laying the slabs on. I'll come back to that in a bit. And then we're going to need a 50mm base of this aggregate here. This is 10mm to dust. That gives us a nice solid base to lay the flags onto. So we've dug out the base to the correct depth. Now we need to put the 50mm of hardcore, the 10mm to dust in. So there we go, we've nearly got the 50mm hardcore base down. And what David's done here, he's cut a plank of wood the width of the hole and he's used that to drag across. And what he's going to do now, he's just checking his levels on here. But what also is really, really important is that we compact this hardcore down ready for the flags. So now we're ready to get the flags down, and we're going to be putting the flags on what we call a dry mix of sand and cement. So it's 9 parts sharp sand to 1 part cement. We've put our lines, our string lines, we've set them to the height of the finished flags. We've got them level, so we know everything's level. And we're ready to go. They might need a little tapping with a hammer, just to make sure they're nice and flat. So all the flags are down, they're set in the cement, but what we need to do now is we need to fill these joints in. And what we're going to do that with is another dry mix of 5 parts sharp sand to 1 part cement. And it's just a simple job of brushing it into the joint, and then we're going to push that down into the joint. Keep doing that until the joint's nice and full and you can't get any more in. And when we've done them all, we'll just simply sweep it off and away you go.